Hi, welcome to Hungry Bill. I'm your host, Bill, and today cooking with me is going to be our esteemed friend, Andrew. You may recognize him last video, the guy with the robe. Going from there, we're going to be cooking a pulled pork recipe from the Joy of Cooking cookbook. So let's get to it. So to start, we're going to make a southern barbecue dry rub. It starts with a little tablespoon of brown sugar, a whole tablespoon, or 2 tablespoons of paprika, which is basically this whole bottle. A tablespoon of chili powder. 2 tablespoons of ground red pepper, or cayenne as it's often called. I don't know what's the right name. Do a teaspoon of cumin. This recipe calls for a whole tablespoon of salt. I wish I had a better salt thing, but I don't. After giving up on the salt shaker, I just found some of my coarse salt, and we'll use that instead. And finally, we add some black pepper. This takes a little while. And that'll be good. Alright, great. Now that we're done with the dry rub, we're going to have Andrew pull the pork out of the package and put it in the pan. Very exciting. And put the rub on too. Is that all of that?
That's absurd.
It's just like flying around like East Coast. And the problems are like the same, but slightly different.
So I started doing the rubbing, and it turns out that none of the rub sticks to the fat on the outside. So I'm gonna cut some slices into it in a diagonal pattern so we can get a little bit more flavor into this sucker.
But if you want good flavor, it's a good thing to try.
Trust the process.
I've never done this before.
Neither have I. Alright, so that's all done. I feel like that actually made it look
This looks great.
really appealing.
Wow, so we already learned that Andrew's a better cook than I am, because this looks fantastic. So now we're gonna move to the next steps. Here we go, we're adding the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Recipe originally called for lard or vegetable oil, but I don't have it. So this is what we're gonna use. Okay, so now that we're gonna put this into the pan, we're gonna lay it away from us so we don't splash the olive oil on us.
When you get this whole rig,
Oh, it's really fucking good looking crust.
That's why we're doing it.
ooh, it smells good though. Oh, we are getting crusty. I don't like that.
Look at that! Now Andrew's gonna put the roast into the oven. And we will wait 3 hours now. Perfect. Very exciting stuff. Woo! So after looking at the recipe real quick, we realized that we hadn't added the tin foil and we need a meat thermometer, so we had to take a quick break, pull it out, and get it all set. But we're still gonna work out. Don't panic.
Yeah. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 2 in the works.
It is at 160, so
Is it a 160?
it should definitely be done. You can stop cooking pork at like 150.
Tell me about this rub here. What have you got in here?
It's like a spicy southwestern rub.
Spicy southwestern.
I don't know.
Some good smelling meat.
Southern barbecue dry rub.
One of you's gonna hit me in the fucking face. I'm moving.
Oh, what, dude? Check that out. That's in between. I got no
It's too loud.
Yeah, how easily should it pull off?
Okay. It should pull off pretty easy, mate. If I know anything about Southwest bakes.
What we got?
Ooh, wow. That looks deluxe.
The taste.
I think it probably is going to be.
It's good.
Dude.
Do you think this should get crispier or not? Like, I don't know.
No. I mean, that's the fat part. So, like, if we'd seared it longer, it would have had a better crust to it.
Yeah, where's beans?
I'm just not sure. The meat's probably cooked right now. Well, it's quite spicy.
It's good. How do you know? You say it's 180 in there? 160?
Yeah, 160.
Alright, mate. What are you serving that with?
I already ate, so right now nothing.
Oh, well, the viewers want to know what kind of accoutrements can be made with this.
We ended up deciding on putting it back in the oven for another hour and a half to get up to a temperature of 195 degrees or 200 to make it pull off the bone a little better. In the meantime, we asked Bridget what type of meat she thought it was. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out the pork.
Dude, you just gave it away.
Oh, I did.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you guys tape testers too?
I'm just probably
Like, hey, you going to our date party tonight? And she's like, no, like, you guys hate me. Like, I don't know why. And I was like, oh, maybe it's because you're a terrible person. But other than that, I have no idea. And, and like, I was obviously joking, and I think she took it seriously. But I was like,
What temp we looking at on the inside of that, John?
We're at 200.
Oh, 200.
Still not. I would have liked it to pull more.
Are we on tape right now?
Well, yeah. But I'm really talking to you guys.
I'm just wondering.
Did you edit the video down? Like,
Oh! Yeah.
like, so this
all
will be
it's raw footage. I'll put it to YouTube.
Just
2.5 hours.
Yeah, while it cooks, it's just raw, unedited film of my kitchen counter.
How is it?
I'm not really pulling off as much as I thought it would.
Well, I guess you fucked up then, didn't you?
Yeah.
I feel like the best way to get it to
It's
pull.
pretty good. I
How long
like
is it
it.
rested for?
I could fuck with that.
He did not rest it.
So yeah, let it rest for a little bit and then.
So now we pulled the pulled pork out and we've had it rest for 5 minutes. We're ready to slice it up and get it ready to serve. We got our taste testers and hopefully have a few more in a minute.
I feel like this is
Is
just
that the
gonna
right
be.
way to
I feel like
cut
this
it?
is gonna be sliced pork instead of
Well, we're gonna
Yeah.
shred it. We're gonna shred it. So after I cut them up into smaller pieces, I can try to shred it a little better. But this is really easy to cut,
What do you shred it with?
and this is why I have the apron on.
That's how I shred things.
It's because skinny cooks can't be trusted.
Because they just cannot be trusted.
Everyone knows this. Should I take it?
I don't know. I mean, if I don't take it now, I'm never gonna take
Did
it.
you not?
It's like 50 questions, so it's not that bad.
Usually?
You don't have to shake it, you can just shower that your sieve.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, I am gonna make the dry.
Or you can U-Haul.
Fork.
Pull it apart.
But
It's not that tender.
Well,
Well, I guess you don't.
We're gonna be having some just pork shoulder then.
Wade Boggs, maybe.
veg bulbs.
Ben Boggs.
Hell yeah, man.
Alright, I think
Asshole.
I'm ready to serve. So if people want to just come up and say how much they want, or just say how much they want.
Well, we're a little bit late for that, though.
how much do you want, Dave?
Oh no.
All of it.
You got butter and jelly guy?
we're going a little red raspberry.
Hell yeah. Jam that
You don't
jelly.
like the seeds?
No.
Damn, dude.
It's a texture thing.
Damn, dude.
I think it's pretty obviously a texture thing.
Okay.
These two.
Andy, where do we have a knife?
You didn't want to ask me or everything. The sponges are another thing.
Really?
Thanks.
So the pulled pork didn't exactly pull, but it still got us all to the table, which is nice. Next time I'll have to make sure I either cut more tightly when I cook it, marinate it for a longer time before cooking it to try to tenderize it, something along those lines. I could also cook it for a slower period of time or in a more like wet environment, essentially, do a wetter cooking method. But fortunately people liked it. Here you can even see 2 a.m. Rami and a partner stopped by for a bite, so that was fun. It was really nice to see them. Bane came by too, but we didn't get a picture of him. But overall, really glad I did it. Really appreciate all the good feedback I've been getting from people the last couple of days about the cooking channel. And I'm happy to keep making more videos. In terms of the cake competition from the last video, Dana was a big winner. She's actually the only person to comment, so congratulate Dana when you see her. But thanks again, subscribe, like, and comment.